What's up, everybody? We are live and we are on air. And I'm here today with two of my player partners. We got Maurice in the building, which he's the Giants fan, and we have a Cowboy fan on the line, Thurman.
So,
Fellas,
what's up, man?
what's going on, man? I really appreciate y'all having y'all here today, man. How y'all feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Huh? You sure about that?
Good, man.
You sure about that?
Oh, now you gotta talk to the Giants fan, man. I, I'm still stuck like last time.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But hold those thoughts. I want to start off with the Giants fans real quick for all y'all fans out there. The report out right now is the Giants are shopping wide receiver Kadarius Tooney, the number 20 overall pick from last year's draft. How do you guys feel about your top receiver being shopped around like a $2 whore?
Well, I'm, I'm gonna say this. He has been missing in action,
Uh-huh.
and so I mean, if you want to be the best, I mean, you have to show up, man. And uh, I don't know why he isn't there, but I don't want to see him go. But I'm just saying I don't want to see him go.
Yeah.
But he has to show up. I mean everything got to click together when the season start. And I mean you can't just show up and flip the button and think everything's gonna work. It don't work that way. So.
Hmm. Man, it seems to be a reoccurring thing in the Giants, man. Saquon Barkley can't get off the injury table. You got your guy here, Kadarius Tooney. He can't get off the table either. So I mean, uh, what's going on? Is it banana peels out there just the players slipping on? Like, what's going on in New York, man?
Well, I mean, Sean Barkley, Barkley, you know, he's coming back. He's coming back. He looks good. I can say he looks good for right now. But we got to protect too. We can't. He has been injured. We get that, but at the end of the day, you got to protect for your running back. And we all know we had one of the worst offensive line, in national football. I mean, so we
Y'all
got a
weren't
lot of
competing with us with the worst line. I think we had the worst line.
well, we got a lot of work to do, and this draft going to really, I'm not saying it's going to put us to the Super Bowl, but it's going to, it's going to. We got some work to do, and if we want to try to make it to the playoffs, we need to go out there and stop playing around. We need to go ahead and do what we need to do.
What? Yeah, I'm looking at different reports. I was checking out Bleacher Report with you guys, and it's got you guys linking Charles Cross with your early draft pick. I think y'all number 5 this season. For this upcoming draft that's coming up, y'all picking number 5 right ahead of us. We're number 6, and they got y'all taking Charles Cross, and that's a guy that we really wanted. That offensive tackle, huge mammoth of a man from Mississippi State. And when I tell you, that's a plug and play 10-year starter for you. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. He's just that good. Um, y'all gonna if y'all end up taking him, and I'm just speaking hypothetically, that's gonna be a good move for y'all, man. I'm not even about to lie. I'm jealous of that pick because I wish we would get him. But you know what? I'm under the impression that with Carolina, oh man, where do we start with Carolina, man? They have so many smoke screens and different things that they were talking about with the Panthers. I don't even know how they even feel about our number 6 overall selection. I'm hoping they trade back out of it so that way we won't have to worry about trying to figure out what they're doing because they say one week they're going to ride with Sam Darnold, the next week they keep saying they're going to look for a quarterback. Who knows what the hell they're going to do around here? But you know
Yeah, I
what?
thought they hurry up before the draft, man.
Exactly. They said you don't wait till the week or the day of the draft to decide what you're gonna do with your quarterback situation.
Well, they undecided. They undecided, man. You can't.
What are they undecided on, Maurice? The guys suck. They suck.
Yeah. I'm confused myself. I don't know what they undecided on, but somebody undecided. I mean, they don't know. Real, I just don't get it.
I could understand if they had like, I could understand if they had like 4 quarterbacks in mind or something, but they still trying to figure out what they're gonna do with Darnold, and it's about to be the draft for like a week.
Thurman. Them boys act like Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl last year and he Peyton Manning with a bad neck injury or something. They acting like they don't want to let him go. I don't get it. Like, what are they seeing from Sam Darnold? Because they said, somebody was extremely drunk when they said this one. They said if you had to line up the talent, Sam Darnold is better than any of the quarterbacks that's in this current draft right now. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Nah.
Excuse my Frank, but if you know me, I'm a Panthers fan, and I'm very frustrated at this point in life. I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated. The fact that everybody keeps putting Sam Darnold high on their levels of playing quarterback, like this guy should be playing any sport except for football. He should be playing checkers. He should be. This guy should be playing crochet, or he should be knitting sweaters somewhere because he shouldn't be playing quarterback.
Oh.
I mean, I just don't get it. If you out there and you see, like, they had a couple of plays last year like I told you, when we played the Giants, that was his worst game of the season last year. This cat threw it to 4 Giant defenders in one spot. It was 4 of them. They couldn't even. They were so surprised. They were like, "Did this cat really throw this to us?" Yes, he did. That's what he do. That's what he do best. And then he get there and he get in the in-game interviews and he sobs and he looks crazy and the coach get there and well, I tell you, Sam was doing he was doing what we asked him to do. And man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. I had enough of this stuff. But you know what? Enough of Carolina, man. What's going on with these Cowboys, man?
Nothing.
I'm hearing in the news that y'all are interested in Deebo Samuels. Say what?
Man. I want that to happen, but it ain't gonna happen. Well, Jerry might do something stupid. I'll take that back. Yeah, it might happen.
Jerry got that stupid money. So Jerry.
Yeah.
He can afford a mistake or two. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. He gonna do something. He gonna trade something.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. I saw a poll on SB Sports Nation, and it said it was a simple question. It asked, do you believe in the direction of the Cowboys going? And only 20% of the fans were confident the team was headed in the right direction. 20%.
Yeah, it was headed in the right direction last year until that playoff game, and I was like, yep. And then I look over at the sidelines, and I see Mike McCartney, and I was like, yep. I was like, yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
I was getting ready to say.
We need to have one of those, like, miracle runs or like the Eagles did or something like that. Like something crazy need to happen for us to win the Super Bowl. You know, I don't see it happening.
So what's the deal with Sean Payton? Yeah, and I heard one time he was going to try to come to the Cowboys.
I'm hearing.
It sounded like they sound like it was trying to get him. It was like a all bad timing thing or something like that. They wanted Sean Payton and he didn't retire, and then, but he just retired this year, right? So they thought he was gonna retire last year, but he didn't. So I don't know. It was like they was talking behind closed doors, and he real good friends with Jerry Jones and shit. So I would like him to be our head coach, especially if we get Deebo Samuel. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with Deebo? He won't out? I mean,
Money,
what's the deal with him?
money.
On
It's
money?
it's all
Yeah,
about
yeah, I think
money.
it's money.
Gotcha.
He is 80% of their offense, and they don't want to pay him like he's 80% of their offense.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with Debo. He's like, y'all run every play basically through me. I need my money.
Yeah, you got to pay the man. Now you got to pay the man.
Yeah, they had him out here doing running plays and wildcat, and I think one point this year he was doing punt return. I'm like, what?
Yeah, then he did some quarterback things too, innit?
Yeah,
Then he did some
Yeah.
quarterback out there.
bro, this cat playing every position on the field.
Yeah.
And they don't want to pay the man. Come on now.
It's called being cheap. It's El Cheapo syndrome. That's what it's called.
Man, I don't know how you.
You know what
I
that
don't know
come
how
with?
you be cheap in that situation.
You know what El Cheapo come with? Picking number 1
What?
overall in the next draft. That's what's going
Ain't no doubt.
That's what's gonna cause that. Yeah. So you can pick cheap if you want to. You're gonna pick high next year. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, true.
Man, I've been seeing so much stuff because they know that we need a quarterback, and they've been trying to link Jimmy Garoppolo and Debo Samuels as well to the Carolina Panthers, and I'm like, nah, we're not going to put that kind of money into 2 players. Come on, man.
He's just a good looking Sam Darnold. Like,
Well, nah, I ain't gonna say that. Nah, I ain't gonna say Jimmy Garoppolo.
oh, Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Man,
Nah.
Jimmy G.
I don't believe since that Super Bowl when he threw that pick with his eyes closed, I was like, y'all, this man really got to the Super Bowl
Here we go.
by just handing the ball off and throwing short passes. I was like, and then they asked him to throw long. One time, this man had his eyes closed. I was like, ain't no way.
First of all, we ain't gonna do that with Jimmy G. Jimmy G is a winner. He's a proven winner. That play was a stupid call from the coach. It was the dumbest play you could ever do in that position.
But the coach ain't throw the ball. That's what the coach did not throw the ball.
Man, they won not because of Jimmy G.
Here we go.
They were I don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. Since I saw that when he had his eyes closed, I was like, ain't no way.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. Y'all hear this out there? Y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? I'm beating on the table for Jimmy G. Put some respect on Jimmy G's name.
I'm telling you, y'all gonna have to. It may be work because he in San Francisco. He got like 10 running backs.
Oh,
boy, you put him on somebody else's team, it ain't gonna work. I don't trust.
He can't get it done. He just can't get it done. I don't see him. I don't see him getting it done. He got to prove it to me.
What
got to
do you
prove it to me, man.
mean prove it to you? Bill Belichick, the greatest coach ever, said, "I'll take that guy over Brady." That's what he did.
And almost
he probably been drinking. He probably been drinking. Yeah, he probably been drinking.
It almost screwed him up. You saw what happened. He almost screwed him up. He probably looking at that now like, nah, I'll take that back.
Yeah. Well, I have to say this. I like Jimmy G. I absolutely think that he's probably a top 15 quarterback in the league right now as it stands. He's better than half of the quarterbacks that's around there. Because you get the guy, and if you have to surround him with pieces for him to be successful, you got to give him a tight end.
Yeah.
You got to give him a number 1, a true bona fide number 1 wide receiver. And he has to have O-line protection. And if you give him those things, he can win.
It just seemed like I don't think he can't do it. He ain't like no just some fluke. I just feel like if you tell him, hey, we need one throw or we need you to do this, it's like he don't do it. It's like, bro, what? Like, why are you folding right now? Like you've been good for 3 quarters and then the 4th quarter comes, you just, damn, I forgot how to throw a football. It's like, bro.
I think if he ever developed that clutch gene, you would look at him in a totally different light.
Because if he'd had his eyes open and he made that pass in the Super Bowl, I'd be like, all right, Jimmy G, I could trust him.
So let me ask you a question.
And that's what turned me against him. Well, not really turned me against him, but after he made that throw, that made me reevaluate him. You know what I mean? Because I said, God damn, God dog, he did.
Yo, speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Come on, Edgar. Come
You
on.
know, I'm sitting, I'm sitting in the couch. I'm good. I'm chilling, and I'm like, did he really just dip all this shit? I mean, come on, man.
With his
I
eyes
mean,
closed.
with his eyes closed, man, and I just couldn't believe it, man. But I think if he can ever fix that part of his game, where because you're going to be fresh in playoffs, it's going to be fresh in some of the regular season games, but you got to be able, man, to take that fair and kind of put it on the back burner, man. Because I mean, if you don't, it's gonna win, and I think that fair got the best of him. I really did, man. I think the fair got the best of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat man, you hear me? Hello? Fat man, you there? I see him on the live stream, but I don't hear him. But we getting back to it, man. Look at here. I'll tell you like this. you give me Jimmy G, but matter of fact, I'm gonna pose this question to you fellas right now. Lamar Jackson, what has he done in the last 2 years that would put him over Jimmy Garoppolo? Right now. Remember, 2 out of 3 years, Jimmy G has been in the NFC Championship competing for Super Bowls. What has Lamar done?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that spin move against the Dolphins. Or was that the? I don't know that crazy ass spin move he did.
Really? A juke? A juke got you saying this cat right? Come on, man.
Man, I'll take. I ain't gonna lie. If no, the Cowboys defense horrible. I wouldn't take them.
Yeah.
Because Lamar Jackson, he'll have to do everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was looking at y'all, and they had like areas of need for the Cowboys, and I was interested to see your boy Leighton Van Der Esch is coming up as a 2023 free agent. Yeah, y'all need tight end, D tackle,
yeah.
linebacker. It's not looking too good on that defense, man. Yeah.
No, man, but I told you I done gave up hope with these boys. I'm still root for them, but Lord jeez, I don't know what they're gonna do in defense.
Oh my God. They got y'all linked to getting in the mock drafts Jordan Davis from Georgia, D tackle. That would be a great pickup for y'all. But, and I'm gonna hold my finger up for everybody who watching this, but Jerry Jones is gonna fuck it up. Jerry Jones is gonna fuck it up.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I think Stephen Jones said, what Stephen Jones said? He said something stupid this past week. Like we don't need we ain't worried. Oh yeah, championships not won in the off season. I'm like, niggas don't shut the hell up and find a damn defensive lineman or something. It do kind of win championships.
When you think it starts the time when you put your feet down and you walk in there for training camp. That's when it starts.
Yeah.
I don't know
Even
what
free agency. Like, bro, like, do something. What? You just can't put a whole bunch of bums out there and be like, yeah, this how we gonna win. No, we not.
What? I think what he looking at is he got a lot of picks this year because y'all boys got like 4 5th-round picks, right?
Yeah, I think we got 4th, 5th. Yeah, you're right, 4th, 5th round picks.
Man,
I hope they make the smart moves with them. No, if you think you can get somebody off a trade and you could get good, decent players, I guess go for it. But
you know who y'all should target? You know who y'all should target with one of those picks?
Who?
Remember this name, Jeremy Ruckert, tight end from Ohio State. Y'all haven't had a tight end to replace Witten since. And this guy right here, excuse my French, him or either Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods was a beast from Virginia too. I mean, those are two
Yeah.
guys that you can plug in right now at tight end and fill a role for what Dak Prescott needs because he need that blanket. I mean, let's be honest, he hasn't had that. That's why he hasn't been so successful.
Yeah.
Y'all got the running backs. Y'all got Pollard. Y'all got everything. Ezekiel Elliott. Y'all had Amari. You got CeeDee Lamb. Y'all just decided to get rid of Amari because of the money. I think y'all got
Yeah.
rid of the wrong cat. Y'all should have got rid of Ezekiel Elliott because he is a little more interchangeable than Amari Cooper. I mean, let's be
Well, I
honest.
mean, Amari been hurt a lot though. He has been hurt a lot though, right?
Yeah, he has been hurt. Well, this past year he wasn't that bad. I think he had that COVID, and then I think it was him and CD that got like both guys had concussions or something like that.
Mhm.
And then Gallup been out all year. He only played like 3 or 4 games.
Right.
He tore his ACL, then he tore something else, and it was like, dang, you can't keep nobody on the field.
But I think
But then like our tight ends, we got I think that one of the white boys coming back, but they getting rid of like 2 of them. And then a couple of years ago, remember we drafted that dude from Baylor who was basically a basketball player. But then they don't play him, and it's like I don't even think he plays football anymore. They just stopped playing him, and he just quit. So they wasted bro time. I was like, that boy could have probably went to the NBA or something, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all telling him he could be a tight end, don't play him.
That's crazy, man. Because I'm sitting here and I'm looking, and I'm really thinking back. Amari, I think what got him out of Dallas was a game where they basically said he quit on the team. Where he showed up like the first 2 quarters of the game, and then I think they ended up having to bench him. And they were like, he left his heart on the bench. And I'm like, oh man, are you kidding me? Amari Cooper is a beast, but I just don't get it. He just seemed like he lazy or something. I don't know. He finds his way out of the game somehow. I don't know how he do it. And the guy talented.
I don't know.
He's very talented. Who runs better routes right now than Amari Cooper? Well, other than Devontae Adams. I forgot. Never mind. But Amari Cooper. But Amari Cooper is a beast.
I was thinking too.
I'll say there aren't too many people that's better than Amari Cooper at route running.
I think he just got tired of the Cowboys, to be honest.
But that's a problem, bro, because he got tired of the Raiders, and look what happened. John Gruden say, you got to go. You ain't got no heart.
Oh, no. They're looking now like John Gruden just screwed all that up because Khalil Mack and him, and I think he was talking about getting rid of Waller at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, like you can't. Like, I'll probably quit too if he kept on saying, "Yeah, we're gonna trade you. We're gonna trade you."
Yeah, you can't play. Yeah, you can't play like that when you got somebody over your back saying, you're gonna get traded, man. I mean, they ain't want to hear that,
Yeah.
That's like your boss saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna fire you tomorrow."
Yeah,
go ahead and fire me.
Yeah. He keep you there for a whole 3 months. He was like, this nigga keep on telling me he gonna fire me. And I've been here since February.
Yeah. You gonna get fired next week now. All right, keep it up. You're getting fired.
All right, I guess.
You better do better. Oh, okay. I'm definitely firing you in a month. I'm getting rid of you. That's crazy, man. I'm looking around.
But I think he just got tired of Dallas. I hope that wasn't it, but who knows? They ain't gonna tell us everything. They're gonna tell us one side of the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I want to get y'all thoughts, and this is I know a controversial issue. Cam Newton came out in the public the other day.
Here we go. I know what's coming. Here we go.
Oh my God. He came out the other day and he got himself in some water. He got himself in some hot water for saying
that water was
he talked about women who don't know how to allow a man to lead. And then he went on to say, now a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's need, right? And then he was like, a lot of us think when you get the aesthetics of I'm a boss B, I'm this, no baby, but can you cook? You don't know how to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead, Newton said.
Lord have mercy.
That is, yeah, that line right there. That line,
Lord have mercy.
that line right there.
First of all,
Boy.
if you are a free agent quarterback and you are looking for a destination to go to, why in the blue hell would you go on a internet podcast and say
Mhm.
stuff like this right here?
When you
Can't-
know they're gonna be gunning for you, they're gonna be gunning for you. I don't know if you know it or not, but
They always wait for him to say something stupid. It's like, bro,
exactly.
Cam
they have a
Newton-
whole montage on YouTube of your in-game press conference.
Right.
Like, why would you say
Exactly.
anything?
The man can't wear
Out
a towel on his head. The man can't say nothing to anybody
Ah.
after the game pressers. The man can't even play on the field without them on his ass. If he scratch his tail, they own him. They own him.
yeah, well, the camera watching. The camera is watching.
But you know what this is. The NFL has always had it out for Cam Newton, and he knows this because he was that one
Yeah,
guy
true.
that really ascended the game when he was at his heights. When you looking around, you got people dabbing, you got people out here trying to be like you. You got basketball players, golfers out there dabbing because they want to be like Cam. This guy was the face of the NFL for like 3 to 4 years. And
Yeah.
I just don't understand why he figured
And
as
he
a
played quarterback different.
exactly
Right.
as a
Yeah.
former MVP, as a former guy that took your team to the Super Bowl, no matter how old you are from now to the time you die, no matter what you say, you're gonna be in the columns. You're gonna be in. They're
Mhm.
gonna find whatever you say interesting because you are a NFL MVP. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when it comes to women, you can't make sexist comments. But the problem that I didn't have with this, because let's be honest, there are a lot of women out there that don't know how to let a man lead. Let's be really brutally honest. And I tried to shy away from from this whole thing because I'm gonna be honest. A lot of them women single, and and the hardest thing to do is to take direction from a man. And he wasn't wrong in what he was saying. It was coming from the wrong person. You got 6, 7 kids, and you're not married to the woman that you got all these kids for. And
Did he cheat on the stripper that he got with first?
exactly, you got a baby with a stripper. Come on, man.
Yeah, you
Then he cheated on her. Yeah, you can't you can't give nobody advice.
yeah. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, man.
Yeah, not from you, bro.
Cam. Oh, Cam. Wow.
Man, nah.
They asked him, and you can tell he was on a hood station because they asked him, "What is a bad bitch to you?" Now, be mindful. This is a sexist question. What they asked him. This was sexist.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
he was set up from the get go.
From the get go.
He should have had enough sense to say, to be quite honest with you guys, everybody has their own definition. And I think that a woman for me is somebody who's on their stuff and they taking care of themselves. And if he would have said something in the, oh, hey, you cook, you work, you do everything you need to do, you own your stuff, and left it there instead of elaborating. But then he also said, for me, this is my personal preference. So we can't, the media cannot chew this man out for his personal preference. I mean, let's be honest. If you like your personal preference of eating peanut butter over jelly, who the hell are people to tell you can't have peanut butter? I don't get it. I don't get these cats, man. These people crazy.
But when you're in the spotlight, you have to know how far to go with these cats because these cats are out here.
They saying athletes up now.
Right.
With these questions, like some of these questions, I mean, it's entertaining and funny, but not the. If you on a team or looking for a team, you probably should. I would advise to stay away from them podcasts.
Exactly. At least if you go on them, just watch what you say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just be careful what you say. You know.
Don't even get
Mhm.
me started. Sam Donald. I'm glad y'all said that. Went on a
Here we go.
podcast,
go.
Bussing with
Here we
the
go.
Boys. Taylor Lewan, the left tackle of the Tennessee Titans, has a podcast where they get in this old funky bus and they just talk to people, which is pretty neat. Sam Donald comes on and he had to know this is his first interview since he played all season. And he had to know they were going to ask him about the quarterback controversy that's coming up in Carolina with the elephant that was going to be in the room. What would you do if the Carolina Panthers select a quarterback? Because they were already targeting Deshaun Watson out in the open. They asked this. I almost cussed just now. They asked this. They asked this sorry piece of garbage. What would he do? And the first thing he said was, well, hopefully if they select a quarterback, they'll find a team for me to go to. What? They'll find a team for me to go to. You don't even want to compete with the rookie?
No, he don't.
Get him the hell off of my team right now, man. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. This cat is a waste of air. And I really mean it. Seriously, he has no clue. He said, I've earned my spot. I've earned my right to be an NFL starter. Since when? You had 3 horrible seasons in New York, and you had a horrible season in Carolina. It was so bad, they had to fake an injury for you to get off the field. Yes, I said it. He faked the injury.
Oh my God.
Please explain to me how is this cat opening his mouth, twisting his mouth sideways to say that he has deserved to be a starter in the league. How?
Some California boys, man. They just, I don't know.
I don't know how much cocaine he had that day, but obviously he was snorting something.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Darnold is a good guy. He's an overall good guy. And it pisses me off to see him so clueless because he thinks of himself as this great quarterback that has been doing so well. And the reality is, bruh, you lost more than you won in this league. You are not entitled to be a starter right now. Now, put this in perspective. If you put Cam Newton at Sam Darnold's numbers coming into the league, he would have been banished a long time ago after 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
After 4 years.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So this is what they do to a guy because he's a nice guy and he seems to he's genuinely into he shows up, he comes early and stays late. I don't give a damn. He can't play. He cannot read the defense. The guy gets up to the line of scrimmage and he just looked to the left and looked to the right. And I figure he just go brain neutral right there. The bitch just don't know what's going on in his head. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This guy gets me so wild. Maurice is a living witness. Whenever I get wound up, I call Maurice during the day and I'm like, bro, did you see that game yesterday with Sam Darnold? And the first thing Maurice say, well, let it go. Just let it go. I'm angry like the entire day because of what I just seen from Sam Darnold. And I'm like, and Maurice be like, bro, just let it go. Just let it go. Because he trash. Right. But nobody acknowledges that he is trash. They keep coming up with excuses. Oh, the offensive line. Oh, Christian McCaffrey got hurt. Those are all facts. But you put Cam Newton in behind that and expect him to win. What type of crap is that?
And since we own Sam Darnold, since we own him, 2018, what team he was on?
The New York Jets.
Yeah, the Jets.
He had 2,865 yards, 17 TD touchdowns, and then 15 interceptions.
Right.
Jake the Lone Nose.
2019, he was on the Jets, right?
2019, he was there.
He had 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
2020, he was still on the Jets, right?
Right.
9 TD touchdowns,
Oh,
11 interceptions.
oh,
Yeah, he digressed before our eyes.
2021, he went to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
9 TD and 13
oh,
touchdowns. So
oh.
I mean, you are what? Approving what?
Boy, I'm telling you, I don't know what he's seeing from himself, but
It just
that's
don't add
not
up.
winning. It's not winning football.
Mm-mm.
And I hate to make it
Okay.
about race or anything, but you put any
Mm-hmm.
other guy in that position, and the expectations are much higher because what they did, Cam Newton came in that Arizona game and single handedly turned the tides of that game around. But they still said, okay, he didn't win a game for Carolina. Yes, he did. He came in. He didn't start the game and win, but they run with the narrative as a starter. Cam Newton has lost 11 games. What do you want the guy to do? I mean, single-handedly, he comes in and balls with Washington at the next game, and
Mm-hmm.
my guy, oh my God, I'm seeing his face right now. The cornerback. Ah, my God, I am seeing his face. I've been cussing him out for like a whole month now. They just resigned. Dante Jackson. Dante Jackson got beat by Terry McLaurin like a bass drum all over that field.
Yeah.
Now they said that he pulled his groin, but he got torched for almost 200 yards. If
They
your
got dragged.
if your groin
Yeah.
is pulled, get off the field.
Yeah.
You're not helping us win. You making it worse.
Making it work.
And Cam went toe to toe with our former backup, which was Taylor. I cannot remember, Heineke. Taylor Heineke was the Washington quarterback
Yeah.
last year, and that was an
Mm-hmm.
awesome
Yep.
game because it went down to the last couple of seconds, and Taylor Heineke just pulled it out because he didn't have a team where the cornerback was getting beat every 5 seconds. I mean, he won.
Right.
They just
Right.
literally went to wherever Dante Jackson was at, and they kept passing the ball to whoever was on him. That's just how bad
Mm-hmm.
he was. So,
Do we that? Oh, go ahead.
oh,
I was gonna. I was gonna. I was gonna. I was gonna ask what game from y'all respective teams that you remember where you was like, would somebody please sub dude out or just stop going to his direction? Stop. Like it doesn't have to be corner. Like the first game when you was mentioning that popped in my head was when Romo threw 5 interceptions on Monday night,
mhm.
and I was just like, please stop throwing the football. I was just cursing the whole night. He threw like 5 interceptions to the Bears, and I was just like, this got to be the worst game ever.
I think the
Like,
worst game,
What's that game?
the worst game for us when Julio Jones got 300 receiving yards against
Oh
us,
God,
and he
yeah, that
he
makes
single handedly was killing every cornerback we had on the team that year. Now we had Josh Norman, and we had I cannot remember the guy, a little short cat. They end up like cutting him the next game. The very next game, he was just that
oh,
bad. They was like, the hell with it. We're not even gonna wait for the end of the season. We go ahead and just cut you right now because you just trash. Um, and this guy got torched for out of the 300 yards Julio had, 220 of them came on him. And I'm sitting here looking like, you can't wake up and say you had a bad day today. I mean, dang, I wish I could do that. This guy, every
right.
time, and that was the year Julio ended up going to the Super Bowl. And Julio had, I mean, he was balling in the Super Bowl that year. So that was his year that year. That was Julio's year. But as a division rival, you cannot allow Julio Jones to come and stack up on us like that, man. Come on, 300 yards. This man set an all-time receiving record on us.
Yeah, yeah. I'd have been pissed too.
I also think back to the game against the Giants where Odell Beckham and Josh Norman fought on the field. Now that was crazy too. I was sitting
Yeah,
there hyping that. I was like, oh shoot, oh shoot. Them boys every snap been going after each other's heads, man. That was crazy too. That was our Super Bowl
yeah.
year.
They should have just they should have just fought. after that.
Well, and they were going to, but I think Deion Sanders was trying to get them boys together in the room, and Josh Norman was like, "No, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that." Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about you,
Okay.
Maurice? What's the most memorable moment for you and the Giants?
Oh, the
You know
worst
what,
one.
man? I can't even think of one right now because I the last couple of seasons, man, we just been
Yeah.
we just suck,
Nobody
man.
knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows the sorrow.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love football and I love my Giants. You know, I love football. I mean, I love football and I love my Giants. But I mean, the last couple of years, it's been painful, man. It's been painful to watch football.
Yeah. Well, y'all just
Damn.
got rid of
Yeah.
Gettleman.
Why was he there anyway? Why? I mean, why? Y'all could have kept him. Why? Why? I mean, the old people say. I mean, I'm just saying. The old people say when you take trash out, when you take your old trash out, you get rid of it. Don't bring old trash back in. And so they brought Gettleman in there, and I mean, what do you do? He got rid of Odell Beckham because he couldn't get along with Odell Beckham. All right. He shipped Odell Beckham out. I mean, and what did he do? What did he do?
Yeah, but he did that same trash in Carolina. When he got in, he got rid of Steve Smith. And Steve
Yep,
Smith made
sure
him
did.
pay for it. You remember the blood and guts
Hmm.
game where Steve Smith said, "When I see Carolina, there's gonna be blood and guts everywhere." The cat torches for 200 yards. He torches for
Hmm.
200. How do you say Steve Smith is old and declining when the cat, before Cam Newton, never had a quarterback? He had Jimmy Clausen, Matt Moore, and Vinny Testaverde. Come on, man. They called Vinny
I called.
Testaverde up out of the
Yeah.
garage from teaching that year.
Yeah. Boy was teaching and y'all called him.
Should let that man teach, man. Should let that
Yeah.
man teach.
A 41-year-old teacher came back out of retirement to come play with the Carolina Panthers.
What?
Lord have mercy.
Gettleman really approved that. Like sometimes the owner would say, like, push the GM to do it, but Gettleman actually was like, yeah, let's
Approved
call
it.
Vinny
Yep.
Test. Yeah,
Let's do it. Yep. That was
Gettleman
it.
did that.
Yep.
Gettleman
He pulled the
is.
trigger on it. Yep.
All right.
You ever seen the Michael Jordan documentary, Jerry Krause?
Oh
He
yeah,
is
yeah.
our Jerry Krause. He thinks that if he don't get the credit for everything that's successful, then you got to go. If you are bigger than the team, he don't want you there. And he felt like Steve Smith was too big of an ego in our locker room, especially with drafting Cam Newton, because Cam Newton came in his first year, Steve Smith put the fear of God in that locker room. I'm telling you, that cat was crazy.
I I would have kept him until he felt like retiring with Cam. Like that's I don't know.
That's that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. Your all-time leading receiver in yards, catches, and touchdowns. You decide to cut him because you felt like it was the best decision to make business-wise. And he was only 33 when they did it. Or 32, I think. I think it might be 32 going on 33. The cat played up to he was 37. I don't know.
Yeah, they.
Mm-mm.
Stupid decisions on the next episode of Maury. That's Gettleman for you. But you know what, guys? I've been having such a good time. I look around and I have to say, man, I'm so impressed by this first. I'm gonna call this the first roundtable because I didn't put up the other one, but this is the first official NFL roundtable where we have fans just, some of my player partners just call in and we just shoot the crap about what's going on around in the league. And I'm looking forward to consistently trying to do something periodically, I don't know, monthly or bi-weekly. And so I appreciate you guys just taking time out of y'all day, man. It really means a lot to me because I'm trying to grow this channel and I really want to, I'd love to have my partners, right along with me as well as I'm going up. So it means a lot,
Yeah,
man. Y'all got
yeah, no
anything that y'all
problem.
want to say?
Well, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to voice my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's it's a good thing, man, when you can get together and with a good topic and talk about football. So it's always a pleasure, man.
Thurman.
Yeah, man, same here. Get that frustration about my Cowboys. Like looking like coming to therapy.
Yeah, it's a
It
little,
feels
little
like therapy.
therapy, little therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, man, cause,
And
'cause
if
that
any,
playoff game, oh,
oh my God.
no, go ahead. Boy, you want to talk about somebody pissed off or drunk? Uh-uh.
Hey, I was getting ready to do the Suge Knight reference. If any of y'all sick and tired of those guys dancing in your video, come to Death Row. Come over here to the round table talk. Bad boy.
Just let it all out. Just curse your team out, curse the front office out, curse everybody out.
Man,
Yes, sir.
hey, fellas, it's been a good one, man. I appreciate y'all. And I have to say, man, I will holler at all y'all later on. Anybody out there, like and subscribe to what you're seeing and you're hearing. This has been Will with Black Cat Panther Podcast. My guest Thurman and my guest, I ain't gonna call him Angry Man. I was gonna call him Angry Man, but that's Maurice. I literally almost said Angry Man. Oh my
Or you a
God.
clown?